Were you thinking about buying a home this year, but you've already slammed on the brakes with your plans due to rising home prices and increasing mortgage rates? Here's something you might want to consider. Salutations, good people. I'm Josh Oglesby with Upstate SC Living and Real Broker LLC, your Upstate South Carolina realtor. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how owning a home, despite the current real estate climate, is more than likely still going to be more affordable for you in the state of South Carolina than renting. With real estate being a hot topic right now, there's a lot of secondhand real estate info being shuffled around and transferred at the water cooler. You could say that real estate is being talked about just as much as politics are nowadays. However, just like with politics, when it comes to real estate, there might be a little bit of truth in that secondhand real estate information, but you can better believe there's going to be a whole lot of bull. So let's get down to some facts when it comes to South Carolina. Now, according to the latest report from Adam Data, owning a home is still more affordable than renting in the majority of the United States. South Carolina is not an exception to that. The 2022 Rental Affordability Report says this: owning a median-priced home is more affordable than the average rent on a 3-bedroom property in 666 or 58% of the 1,154 U.S. counties analyzed for the report. That means major home ownership expenses consume a smaller portion of average local wages than renting. So to simplify what that report says, when it comes to how much money you make versus what you can afford, owning is cheaper than renting. Overall, of course. Now, if you need more foundation for that, principal economist at CoreLogic, Molly Basel, says this: single-family rent growth hit its 6th consecutive record high. Annual rent growth was more than 3 times from a year earlier. She continues to say rent growth should continue to be robust in the near term, especially as the labor market continues to improve. Now, what does all this mean for you? While it's true that mortgage rates and home prices are going up, you can't ignore the fact that rent is going up also, which is pretty much your only other alternative, unless you want to live with your parents or your friends. And let's be honest, that isn't always ideal. One of the biggest difference between owning and renting is when you rent, you're building your landlord's investment portfolio, and you get nothing in return, except for a place to live, which isn't bad. However, it doesn't deliver any financial return to you. In contrast, when you buy a home, your mortgage payment serves as a form of forced savings. And over time, as you pay down your loan, you're building not only equity in your home, but you're also increasing your net worth. Not to mention, you're going to lock in a mortgage payment that will not go up, and it'll lock you in for the duration of 15 to 30 years. On the flip side of that, I have someone really close to me who lives in North Carolina, just 2 hours from here. Their rent just went up by $250. Guess what they can do about that? Approximately nothing. Now, Todd Teta, Chief Product Officer at Adam Data, says that home ownership still remains the more affordable option for average workers in a majority of the country because it still takes up a smaller portion of their pay. Now, if buying takes up a smaller portion of your pay and it offers way more benefits than renting, the question really becomes, is renting worth it? I would encourage you with this. If you're on the fence either way, at least explore your options. Go to a lender, talk to your local realtor, and see what your options are. You might just be surprised. And please, for the love, talk to a professional. I mean, you wouldn't trust your neighbor to perform a dental surgery on you just because he pulled his abscessed tooth out one time on his own. While buying a home can feel like a daunting process, having a trusted advisor on your side is key. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, I'm going to have my information right here or in the description below. When it comes to the upstate of South Carolina or South Carolina as a whole, I'll be more than happy to help. Now, if you've enjoyed this video at all or found it helpful even a little bit, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe to follow the channel. That way you can be notified when more videos like this go live immediately. I've been Josh Oglesby with Upstate SC Living and Real Broker LLC, reminding you to please enjoy yourselves.